Guys, it's Lost in Plot, and today we've got the Amazon Prime original, The Terminal List.
That's right, The Terminal List is an original series. It's 8 episodes long. It stars Chris Pratt as our protagonist, James Reese. Do I have that right? James Reese. Now, this is based on a series of novels, I believe. James Reese is a Navy SEAL. He's the team leader for SEAL Team 7. And as we start this first episode, they are on a mission to bag a big Syrian bad guy. But they knew we were coming. Where have you heard that before? Everywhere. That's right. So this big dramatic operation to start the episode goes wrong. James Reese goes back to his home. He's suffering from PTSD. He's got a concussion, and he's starting to think that things don't really add up about that mission. Some of the recordings of it don't match what he thinks he said. He's got his dates wrong. He's either suffering from PTSD and brain damage, or there's some kind of conspiracy here. By the end of this episode, you'll get a definitive answer as to what is real and what is not.
There are 2 goddamn plot beats in this entire episode. Structurally, it is a total mess. The conflict is totally unfocused, and there are basically 2 pivotal plot points. In your average movie, everything you see in this full hour, 66 minutes, would have taken place in the first 10 minutes. And I think that the people making this episode got so bored with themselves that by the end of it, they just threw their balls on the table and said, fuck it. We're going to do something interesting if it's going to kill us. We're going to make a big, bold choice. Because everything up to that point is paint by numbers, solid, mediocre.
Safe. Up to that point.
And it's starring Chris Pratt, who's a talented actor and has lots of personality. But this is a series of films for Chris Pratt now where it's like, it's not Chris Pratt, it's his reanimated corpse. Because they have flattened him to nothing. It's like he's not even there.
I thought he was performing more here than he was in the Jurassic World, but your point is taken. And I'm glad you brought up the directing and the production on this, because that was one of the things that pissed me off the most, because this is such a basic story that we've seen so many times before. So safe.
This director's a veteran of film.
I'm about to say that. I'm about to get to that. That's exactly my point as well, because I thought as I was watching this, I'm just like, gosh, I already know the story. And with the right director, this really could have been elevated into something. But this was not. This was directed by Antoine Fuqua, who's well past his prime. I hated the production and the way that they shot it.
Oh, God. You can't even tell what's going on. The pivotal scene has to do with this botched Spec Ops mission to get this primary target. And it's so blacked out that you have no idea that there are even bad guys there. You can't tell who's who. There's no point of reference. It's all a mess. And what makes it 10 times worse is that they keep flashing back to that mess of a sequence throughout the entire episode.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was very poorly done. And this is very glamorized. This is Hollywood. Some of these topics when we're going after or looking into a Navy SEAL are very grounded. They're very realistic in their approach. If you think of Catherine Bigelow and what she did with Zero Dark 30, and Chris Pratt played a SEAL in that one as well.
He was amazing.
And he's back doing it here. But they're so distinctly different because this one, the cave that they're fighting in has been meticulously lit. So you've got the top lighting and everything. There's no gritty feeling. There's no realistic natural lighting there. It's not like you're really on an operation. Everything is glamorized. It's all Hollywood style. And I think that's a problem because especially nowadays, you've got Navy SEALs that are doing podcasts and telling you how shitty all the American films are portraying them and telling you how things really are. And to try and go back and show us this kind of glamorized fluff, it didn't interest me. It didn't keep me.
No, this won't interest anybody. Look, what this show is generic Navy SEAL show starring Chris Pratt. And I think, sadly, that's probably going to be enough for a lot of disconcerting viewers. Open your goddamn eyes, okay? Unless you're of diminished capacity, demand something a little bit better for your time. And then at the end of the show, it's so banal. The entire proceedings are so boring and lifeless and just rote that you're so shocked that what they do at the end, it's almost like it's like a child throwing a temper tantrum and breaking his favorite toy. And you're just like, oh, shit. I didn't think you were going to do that. But you did. That's a cheap ass gimmick to try to get you to watch episode 2 when you were bored out of your mind for 66 minutes. Don't tell me you weren't. And then in the final 2 minutes, they give you something shocking in hopes that they'll hook you in for the next episode. Don't fall for that bullshit. This is not a good show. This is a rudderless ship.
It's true,
Okay?
and that
With
was
a drunken
nearly
captain
that
at the
was
helm.
nearly effective, because when that happened, I thought, I was like, wow, now I kind of want to see the next episode. He's gonna, see what he does next. But then I sobered up. I said, no more of this shit. So this is on Amazon Prime. It's not worth you going out and getting a subscription if you don't already have it. If you do have it, it's not worth probably spending your 8 hours to watch through it. Now, our review is just covering the first episode.
The pilot episode.
Amazon dropped all 8, so if you wanted to, you could stream the entire thing in a weekend. You could spend a day with James Reese.
Punish yourself. You've been a naughty boy. Watch all 8 episodes and just punish yourself.
Okay, so
Now, is this another one that was written by the Amazon algorithm?
it could be, but it's based off a book. That's the only thing that stops me.
The book wasn't. The script was written by the algorithm. The
Maybe.
script, whoever wrote this has never seen a human being.
Now, again, it's not a very grounded approach to this material. The screenwriter tries. He uses some of the SEAL jargon,
call
but
it
that's about it.
tries.
That's about it. He took the time to learn the SEAL jargon, and you just get a bunch of that dialogue spit in your ear, and at the end of it, you're just like, none of that means shit to me. I don't care. I'm like, all right, it sounds all right. It sounds real. The rest of this shit doesn't.
It's ponderous, it's talky, it just vamps the entire 60
It is
minutes
pretty
until
dull.
it can get to its next plot point.
It is pretty dull. Okay, how bad is it though? Go ahead.
Oh, it's real bad. It's a 3 out of 10, and it's dead for me, all right? This is another shit can Amazon original. Pay no mind to this one. Sorry, Chris Pratt. I love you. I don't like you in this show at all.
Agreed. I like Chris Pratt a lot too, and he's trying here. I'll give him that. But this is dead for me as well. It is a 4 out of 10. I don't know what is with Amazon. They're not very good at this.
The algorithm is writing all this shit.
They're not very good at this, and this isn't very good. So don't waste your 8 hours is what I would say. But
There it is, guys. If you've seen the terminal list, leave your thoughts in the comments section down below. Like and subscribe. Check us out on Twitter, and we'll see you all on the next one.